Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host. The new Black.
All right, Grand Rising to you, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the new Black Wall Street, our Money and Power show, where we discuss economics and politics. We're going to add another piece to our show this morning as we kind of get back on track with the motivational piece. I think that's very important as we kind of get through this time together and just continue to encourage one another to move forward in the things that we look to accomplish here on this earth. And so thanks so much for joining us. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, Study of Black Wealth, is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, but if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Hey, you can pick up your copy of the Black Billionaires Club by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. I think we've got about 10 copies left, so you can pick up one of the few remaining copies of our printed book. It is available in ebook as well, but there'll be no more printed copies of the book as we move forward to 2021 as we bring forth a brand new edition of the book as well. While you guys are connected, man, go ahead and let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state, what country. Quite possibly love to know just how far our reach is on this digital platform across Facebook and also YouTube. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Greenwood, which is the new Black-owned digital bank that's being formed. So we'll take a look at that in depth, take a look at their website and all that stuff. Also, it's Better Life Tuesday, which we do have our guests who will be with us in just a second with Dr. Weathersby as we all look forward to having a better life. And so thanks so much for joining us, man. Brother Anthony is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas in the house, Mr. Sims. Steve Booth, my main man, one of the brothers who actually did a review on the book when I wrote it, I think 3 years ago, something like that. So thanks so much for joining us, man. Good morning to you. How are you? Wichita Cheesecake Company, Mr. Mark Daniels in the house. Thanks so much for joining us today as well here on the Money and Power Show. And so what I wanted to do, guys, I want to start with a little bit of motivation. This is a book that we have gone through in the past, but I think it's still relevant today as it does give us a little daily motivation for African-American success. So I'm coming back to this book because I need a little motivation myself. So I figured if I need it, other people need it as well. And we're going to be coming out of the insert for the 13th of October, which is the day that we're shooting this broadcast and this live. And the title is Friends in High Places. So this book, the way that it's set up, is it gives you a quote of the day, a quote of the day, affirmation of the day, and a little passage as well. And it's written by one of our good brothers, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. And so if you're not familiar with that brother, he's written great quality stuff, the Black Wealth and a few other books as well, How to Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. And so pick up anything that you see from Dennis Kimbrough, and it kind of goes right along with what we do here at the Money and Power Show. And so Friends in High Places, here's our quote of the day. It comes from Willie Brown, who was a speaker in a California State Assembly. Willie Brown says this, and I quote, "We'd better pull together before the forces pull us apart." Let me repeat that again. We better pull together before the forces pull us apart. And I wonder what forces are trying to pull us apart. And here is our passage of the day. He says this. He says, when ducks, the author writes this, when ducks migrate, they can be seen flying in a V-shaped formation. If you watch them, you will see that the lead bird, who was doing most of the work by breaking the force of the wind, will drop off and fly to the end of the formation. This bird then gets to rest while another one takes over. By cooperating, everybody put in console, cooperate. By cooperating, working together, supporting each other, the geese can safely complete the lone migration. And I hope this is a great little segue for us as we think about those that we're trying to work with and cooperate with to get to a common goal. Few burdens are heavy when everyone lifts, attests civil rights pioneer Charles Evers. When I look at my brothers and sisters, I'm really looking at myself, says Hazel Johnson, the first female African-American general in the United States Armed Forces. We will achieve greatness together or failure apart. Through friendly support and a spirit of cooperation, we all benefit. Through friendly support and a spirit of cooperation, we all benefit. A story is told of two artists who were putting the finishing touches on a painting high on a scaffold in a church. The young artist stepped back to admire his work and became enraptured with the beauty of what he had created. His partner saw with horror that in the emotion of the moment, his co-worker was inching toward the edge of the scaffold and would, in another moment, slip to his death. Fearing he would frighten his partner by a warning cry, the man deliberately splashed paint across the mural. His friend lunged forward in disbelief and cried out, "Why'd you do that? Look at what you've done." When he saw that his partner had saved his life, his anger and confusion melted into tears and thankfulness. As we travel through life, let's share the burden that comes with being the lead bird. Let's support each other. Let's support each other. Again, great work and written word from Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. And here is our affirmation today, guys. I hope you guys got something out of that. And we'll do this a couple of times. Affirmation day simply says this: cooperation is an asset that can only be gained by giving. Cooperation is an asset that can only be gained by giving. Once again, our last little segment to take us away as we get into our show: cooperation is an asset that can only be gained by giving. And I hope this gets you to, kind of think about some things that are happening in your life right now. And maybe there'll be some situations that, you find difficult, especially when dealing with people. We're going to be dealing with them our whole life in order to kind of move forward and things. But cooperation is an asset that's only gained by giving. Man, welcome to Better Life Tuesday, guys. Let me introduce our guests here. We've been, trying to rock this thing out on Tuesdays for you guys out the Weathersby's in the house. Good morning to your brother. How are you?
I'm well, brother. How you doing, man?
I am doing better than most, man. I tell you, each and every day, it's like, okay, let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving forward, man. How's everything with you?
Man, things are good. I've been talking a lot about this house buying process, brother. This is in the 14 years since I bought my last house, the landscape has changed twice. We had the recession of 2008, and then we had another little dip, I want to say 17. So some things have really changed. I was like, dang. Yeah, but I'm good, brother. I'm good, man.
Absolutely, man. Did you get a chance to hear a little bit of the motivation this morning?
Man, I done quoted you. I done reposted you and retweeted you and tagged you like 4 times already this morning, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody, hit that like button, the share button if you care this morning. Like button, share button if you care. It's funny because you put something out, I think yesterday, that I was actually I just not thinking about bringing up. You talked about busy and productivity. Yeah, what'd you put on your wall? Yeah, that's what it was. Let me find it real quick.
I'm going to find it too, because bro, that thing was so good.
In case you don't remember what you wrote, you said busy doesn't equal productive. There's a time where you have to focus on less to accomplish more. Talk to us a little bit about your passage here on Better Life Tuesday.
Well, people forget that the word business is busyness, but it has an I. Busy, B-U-S-Y-ness is never a good thing. That's where you do it. That's what stuff is just going on, but you're not really taking control. It's not really intentional. Busyness with a Y says that you kind of just floating along and you're more reactionary than anything else. Business with an I says, I got this. I got control. I'm intentional. And I know a lot of times we have 6 or 7 different things that are going on. This is how you know you are transitioning. I got a class called Class Changers I'm working on. I'm like, man, this is good. This is how you know you change classes, because it's no longer about how many things can I do, but how many things can I accomplish.
Oh, say that again.
It's good. It's no longer about how many things can I do, because sometimes we're so caught up in looking busy and doing stuff. But at the end of the day, how many things are you accomplishing? And that's why I put that up yesterday, because it hit me inside the back of the head. I have been spreading myself real thin for about 6 years. And I took some stuff off my plate with my legal shield business, just being less giving, because you can't keep giving without receiving. So you got to stop giving at some point to receive. You can't give and receive at the same time. It's just impossible. And so it was like, man, you this house purchase has really shown me, like, you're doing too much. Not accomplishing enough, but you're doing too much. And so that's what brought it up yesterday. It's just that self-revelation that at this level, I can't function still thinking and doing like this level. I got to keep getting better.
Here's the better life. And that's like so profound, right? Like, I can be doing a lot, but not accomplishing much. And even just the thought of that, for some, it's like, well, I feel like I was doing something. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing, and we are kind of, and during those times we are moving. There is some energy that's being transferred. There is some doing of some stuff. But again, when you ask the question, of yourself, what am I accomplishing with this action? What am I accomplishing with this movement? Is it really getting me closer to wherever it is I want to be? Then that's a little bit different psyche that kind of goes into play, man. I'm doing, and honestly, man, I know for me it's a lot, not a lot, but I just like anybody else, I get caught up in that as well. I try my best to stay away from just doing just to do, but sometimes it's like I'd rather do just to do than to do nothing, I guess.
And here is how you know, this is just my little personal opinion from 16 years of business and from being around people who are worth 7, 8, and 9 figures. A lot of times we struggle with doing nothing. I'm a busybody. And I get laughed at because I laugh at my mother. My mother is a busybody, but her mother is a busybody. So my mom is always doing something. I was like, okay. And I find myself always doing something. And I'm like, no, stop. The wealthy, when they've done their itinerary, when they're done, when they've accomplished, they're done. But because a lot of us are not accomplishing, that's not the objective. We're doing, we always feel the need to do. I'm like, Lord, help me today.
Wow. I don't see if this thing is okay for my face. All right, this thing is working. It's working a little bit. All right. Fantastic, man. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to I got confused a little bit. I was trying to see this new Facebook got me all messed up, man. I can't never tell if I'm doing something or not doing something. So I went and check real quick. So today, man, I wanted to take some time because I know time kind of flies when we're having fun,
right?
And really, we're gonna get into looking at this, what's going on with this Greenwood, which is the Black-owned digital bank that's coming down the pipe, and make sure that people are aware of it, and if they want to get on the wait list or what, they got a wait list going on. I want to kind of look deeper into that. But I am definitely set on. I mean, already the two things I've kind of taken away from the show is watch the, be okay with doing nothing sometimes, be okay with that. And then also getting back to what Dr. Kimbrough shared with us is that cooperation is an asset that is gained by giving, man. And so I'm gonna be rereading, our excerpt for today. And guys, hopefully And let me say this. What I've been doing some thinking over the past couple weeks about this show, right? And I always wanted to push it towards like power being politics, but I think I'm gonna do a little shift or a little pivot, because I think power now is going to be you gaining your power, an individual gaining their power themselves. And so this show really will be about money and motivation for the most part. We'll add in some political stuff when it's here, because normally we only talk about politics, 3 months out of a 4-year period.
Right.
And then when things come up, I'll share as well. But I think the power part for this show is really going to be each and every individual, gaining control of themselves and regaining their power over their own life if they don't have it. So, helping people to keep their mind right, I find is so very critical, because when we talk about accomplishing anything, it's not 80 to 90% of it is just mental. Some of it is just getting started. Most of it is continuing along with the process, and then setting new goals when you finish. And so, man,
if you don't get out of my coaching framework, the 5 works of faith, get out of my stuff, bro.
What's going on, Tony? How you doing, man? I think he's out of Cleveland. He's got dreams, developing real entrepreneurs and monies, man. What's up? Is that something you got? Is that a organization, a show, something like that? Not quite sure. But guys, we're going to get right into looking at Greenwood here right after our commercial break.
Oh yeah.
What's up with you? Tony said that was a program, man. Fantastic, man. Hey, love to have you on sometime. Is it right? Talk about what you're doing with developing real entrepreneurs and monies. First time hearing about that. I know you've been doing some great stuff out of Cleveland and across the globe, man. Mark Danes, man, said, man, I found that when I don't fully prepare to accomplish tasks, that I get less done. I get less done when I don't fully prepare to accomplish goals. Absolutely. So, I know you're over on YouTube with this, Tony. So, I'll, make sure I don't even know how we communicate via YouTube, but we'll figure something out. Guys, in case you guys don't know, if you haven't heard already, there is a Black-owned digital bank being formed called Greenwood, and so of course, here as your financial educator, I want to keep you apprised of things that I come across that be of interest to you. So let me pull this up here on the screen, and we'll take a look at this. We got this is I think you can find a Black Enterprise as well. I just pulled this up. This first thing that popped up from this morning. This thing launched, I believe, maybe Thursday of last week. As far as it's kind of like a wait list, and they've already have tens of thousands of account requests. And this is formed by Killer Mike, Andrew Young, and a brother named Ryan Glover, as being co-founders of this new Black-owned bank. And so we're going to take a look at this. I'm not going to read too much from this article. We'll go right into to the site itself. But again, here are the 3 brothers. And what I really wanted to highlight from here is that I really like how, for 2008, 18, and 19, Killer Mike was really promoting, Bank Black. That was a big thing. That was kind of rolled out a movement, and I'm glad to see that it wasn't just a hashtag for him. That he said, as he continued to champion this movement for him, he found a way to now create an institution that would then allow him to not only champion banking black, but actually give people a place to bank black.
Yeah.
And I think that's another level of commitment to a particular movement as an activist. To create the things, the structures, the systems that allow people to actually participate in this movement that you're talking about, other than just protesting or raising flags or creating a social media buzz, to have something, I guess you could say, tangible in a sense, because it's digital. Is very interesting how we're going to look at this. I just want to say before anything, man, kudos, shout out to these three brothers, but in particular Killer Mike, because he's the kind of the face from a social standpoint, from a community standpoint, that most people know. But we definitely should know Andrew Young, especially if you're here in Atlanta. And then Ryan Glover, that's a new face to me, but he is the co-founder or the founder of Bounce TV. So if anybody's ever heard of that, that's where Ryan Glover comes from. Bounce TV. Mayor Andrew Young is a former mayor of Atlanta. And then you have Killer Mike, which is Michael Render. What are your initial thoughts, Brother Weathersby?
I'm loving this. Like, I am so loving this. Because, of course, with the minute you mentioned it, I pulled it up. I had to pull it up too. I love the fact that we're moving into the digital space, because that's where the world is moving. I love the fact that there's a mix of old school and new school behind this. Because I think sometimes we get in trouble. The Bible records that the young are strong, but the old know the way. And as much as I love Black Wall Street, I think sometimes we forget that there are some things that we did previously that may not necessarily work now. So that's why I appreciate the old plus the new coming together. And what I've read so far this morning, man, I'm loving it. I'm still a little old school. I still love my branch.
I hate going to the bank, man. I'm new school. I hate the branch.
Oh, no. I didn't say I love going.
Okay.
I love the branch, because when I need, like, for example, I need to fight with Facebook about my business ads, but you can't reach anybody.
Yeah.
So I do love the branch. I don't think the branch itself will forever go away. Because even the online banks have a central location that everybody works from usually. But yeah, I like what I've read so far. I'm like, okay. I just hope it doesn't. I hope it kills Chime and Moneyline, because Chime has not always been very reliable technology wise. People were complaining that hey, we can't swipe our card and get money. It's like, oops, and that went on for like 2 or 3 days from what I remember in the news.
Well, what is Greenwood, guys? Well, like its competitors, he just mentioned Chime, Aspiration, Moneyline, and Vero. Greenwood is a digital bank whose financial services, including checking and savings accounts, mobile deposits, and peer-to-peer transfers, which is one of the things I really like to see, are fulfilled almost entirely online. The bank offers a global ATM network, Apple and Android Pay services, and 2-day advances on paychecks for customers who sign up for direct deposit. Unlike his peers, however, Greenwood targets audiences are Black and Latinx community and anyone else who wants to support Black-owned businesses. Glover says the bank will specialize in financing Black and Latinx entrepreneurs who typically have a harder time securing loans from mainstream commercial banks.
Mm-hmm.
Says in order to build wealth, you need bank capital. Glover says we would identify qualified entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators to equip them with the capital needed to make their dreams a reality. Greenwood is named after the former Greenwood, Tulsa district, Oklahoma, early 20th century African American business community, or Black Wall Street, back in 1921. Now, just like you, brother, I'm really another part of what I love about this is that we're keeping up with the times.
Yes.
Typically, we find, where we're creating something that's kind of behind the times, or it's like you said, old school, but it's something that's kind of fading out. And so I'm like, oh, wow, okay, we're thinking ahead on this thing. Like, okay, well, here's where the world is going. Let's not just create a credit union or a charter bank. Let's really go 2031 on them as much as possible with this digital bank. And so I can see this having some success, and we'll kind of get into that as well, because they're already having a lot of signups. And what signups does, guys, it shows people who are. I mean, it's almost like, you know, when a charter is signed by so many people, that's going to help them get more investors, because they're going to say, man, you guys got you know, a wait list of, you know, 50,000 people. Well, that's going to bring attention and investors to help continue to fund this thing, and make this thing go. And so, why Bank Black? One of the Brother Wesley, one of the, I guess, discussions is this Bank Black thing. I've been on the side where I found that Banking Black has not really made a difference. I don't know if it does, especially if it's still really governed by, you know, the high white society. But, you know, I think it's more optics than anything else. But if I am going to bank and this bank is a viable option, I'm going to give them first, the first opportunity. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on Banking Black? Because as I've looked at, you know, businesses and Black businesses and history, I haven't found a day that the approval rating of anything has been higher through Black banks versus white banks when it comes to business. I just haven't found that to be true.
Well, and part of the problem is that many of us look at Black-owned businesses through the lens of perfection instead of through the lens of reality. There is no way, no business has a 100% success rate. It is. I mean, come on. I love God's Chicken. I mean, Chick-fil-A. That's what one of my little brothers calls it God's Chicken. I was like, what, bro? He's like, God's Chicken. Chick-fil-A has like maybe a 92% love rating. That's extremely high. But Chick-fil-A they still mess it up.
Yeah.
But, right. Because I think that we have too high of a standard that's unrealistic for us by us. So I think that's one problem. I think the other challenge is when it comes to the banking industry, we just don't understand money as people, as a large group of people, because the Asian bank in America is running well. The Latino bank is running well. The Chinese bank is running well. You know, the Jewish banks, we don't have to talk about that. And so a lot of times, because we don't support enough, the Black banks have higher fees. But then at the same time, I had a Black mortgage company tell me we need 20% down. And the brother who works with another company said, I need 3%. What's the difference in the disparity? It's the same credit profile. Stop it. You know?
Absolutely.
And hold on. And the girl who was running this specific branch, she was like, oh, well, the best part about working with a Black bank is that we understand some of the challenges that our people face. But then you come back at me and say, I need 20% now. For real? You muted it. There you go.
Yeah, that'll make much good sense. Hey, so Tony pointing out that we do have some other Black banks that are still around. Not many. I think maybe 9 or 8 or something like that. But many of those are still like local to their community, right? So he's mentioned Broadway Financial, which is actually a publicly traded company. Here in Atlanta, we got Citizens Trust, but it doesn't really give me broad bandwidth across interstate.
What Citizens Trust is regional. Citizens Trust is Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, something like that.
Right.
So they're growing.
Are they growing, or they were already? I don't know about that now.
They're growing. I haven't done the numbers, so I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say I've seen a lot of them closed down, so I don't know about growing.
Now watch this. Now, One United Bank is the largest Black bank,
right?
And 80% of their stuff is online. Now you pay for it, unfortunately, because I'm like, it took a month to get my debit card.
Yeah.
But watch this. Hold on. Now this is how we mess us up. It took a month for me to get a Bank of America business debit card. It took 2 weeks to get my Wells Fargo business cards because everything was slowing down in the mail. I understand. But why do we hold the Black bank to the higher standard bad when everybody was dealing with the same thing?
Well, I don't know. What's going on, Peter? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I had my experience with One United. I'm not going to share it at this point in time. But
Hey, I got an account. That's all I said. Because watch this. No matter how bad the experience, if you go see Heritage Bank or United Community Bank, one of these smaller but growing local banks, they still got money in the bank. They may not be there first. And so I think that's what we as Black folks got to do. Put your money there. I don't care if it's $50 in that account. That $50 then allows them, all right, Tony, be nice. That $50 allows them to lend out $500 to $5,000 worth, which gives them more assets. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I'm looking at Tony's comments, man.
Oh, about where he getting into the Broadway Federal?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll pull it up in just a second, man. So Mari, good morning. What's going on? How are you? What's going on with you, Kashonda? How you doing? Amari said, my person feel that it's beneficial. We don't have to be concerned about redlining, and they actually help you to learn financial strategies when you're not a bank. Okay. I don't know. Again,
look,
I don't know if we can play. Huh?
What? I'm clapping. And what Amari just said, I'm clapping.
But here's the thing. I don't know if we can say we don't have to work. I don't know if we can
say it.
I don't know if we can quantitatively say that we don't have to worry about redlining. Like, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a black bank, but that doesn't necessarily mean we don't have to worry about redlining. Just
because most people don't understand what redlining really was. It was more than one factor. It wasn't just that the bank wouldn't lend. It wasn't just that the realtors wouldn't show. It was also the buyers wouldn't sell.
Hey, let's keep. Why create a digital bank, man? See that we're going to have a whole other conversation about the whole banking industry. Why create a digital bank, man? Let's see what they said about this. Glover points out Americans have been banking online almost exclusively at high rates in recent years. Look at that. All right, a trend. That's a trend major commercial banks have been slow to embrace. That's true as well. And the sector, Glover says, hasn't done much to reach out to minorities. There's no digital banking solution that cater to the African-American or Latinx communities until Greenwood. In 2017, about 17% of Black Americans didn't have a bank account compared to just 3% of white Americans, according to FDIC study. There are only 23 minority-owned banks in the United States today. Glover says those brick-and-mortar institutions have done a fairly good job supporting minority communities over the years, but today is a new day. We believe there's an opportunity to continue to super serve our community by creating a digital bank that maybe the traditional African-American Latinx banks just don't understand. He said, we certainly know the traditional large banks don't understand our community. Glover founded Bounce TV in 2010 before it was sold to TV station owner E.W. Scripps in 2017, an acquisition deal that included two other networks for $292 million, according to Deadline. The self-described serial entrepreneur was inspired to create Greenwood in 2018 after noticing his son and daughter did all their banking online. Look at that, paying attention to the youth. I believe digital banking is the wave of the future, not just something that's popular now, he said. And I would have to agree. As the millennials are interested in new ways of doing just about.
Stay there.
Go ahead.
There for a second. Now, I know you say you don't want to talk politics, but let me be political for 12 seconds.
Go ahead.
It says there are only 23 minority-owned banks in the U.S. today. The devil be damned. We're not talking about minority-owned. We're talking about Black-owned, because on this list are some of the Asian banks. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Oh yeah, I didn't even capture that piece.
Man,
did you already click on the list?
Yeah, I'm on it, and I'm like, man, this is an updated list. And I said, hold on, something ain't right.
Let me open it up.
I know a girl who works for East West Bank, and I'm like, I don't remember that being a Black-owned bank.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like, I just don't remember a Black-owned bank. See, well, hold on. So I'm on East West Bank's history, and I'm going to read one line. We opened for business in 1973 as the first federally chartered savings institution focused primarily on serving the financial needs of Chinese Americans in LA.
Yeah, I mean, we always got to get mixed into that word minority, right?
Man, and sometimes we're so old, it goes over our heads because we're not attention detailed people. The devil be damned. And that's why I was like, I'm not mad, but at the same time, no. So yeah, I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there.
So Vic, what's going on, Tony? Man, we got definitely love to continue the conversation. He's talking about a merger of the two black-owned led banks, the aims of break a painful cycle. Absolutely, man. Victor said, man, what about cash? I'm old school. How can I participate with physical currency? Victor, I hate to tell you this, brother, but old school ain't gonna be around too much longer. I mean, we can be. The thing is, we can prefer whatever it is that we all have our preferences of how we like to do things, right? But those preferences don't stand up to evolution. Like, right. So if everything is going this direction, and as much as we like it or dislike it, the whole society you can see society turning into a cashless society. Yeah. So how can you participate? You evolve with the times, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I like cash as well, man. I think cash is king, but writing is kind of on the wall for these meaningless, valueless dollars that we have, and it's unfortunate. But this is the way. Yeah. So you got you some Bitcoins as well. I hear that, man. Hey, so you are participating. Right. I don't know. But let's find out, man. Maybe there's some other stuff to this. So let's go over to the Greenwood site here. So this is the Greenwood site. As you have Killer Michael Render and things that he's doing there. They do have a social media presence. They do have a space here where you can actually get on the waiting list for that. They have a referral plan as well. So if you refer people, you can move up the waiting list and some other stuff as well. Of course, I got my own little referral code. I'm already on there. So let me drop that in there for you guys. So if you want to, use that link, you can. So just click on that. You can get signed up or something like that. But let's find out what the site is saying and what they got going on. Modern banking, so they look like they're going to have an app, for your phone, just like any other bank. Mostly, I think all of them do. That's Michael Render right there. That is Killer Mike there on the front. They got a lot of support from Ricky Smiley Show, CBS, Bloomberg, Breakfast Club, Fox, Quibi, New York Times, and Fast and Company. You save money, help community get paid early, recirculating wealth. That's the Greenwood way. They're going to be paying it forward. Feed a family, feed 5 meals to a family through Gooder when you create an account. You can donate to nonprofits, United Negro College Fund, NAACP through Spare Change Roundups. You can do that. Small business grants. We give $10,000 every month to a Black or Latino business. This is some of their goals they have as they pay it forward. They don't charge you hidden fees to give you your money, and we don't have overdraft fees. You made it, you keep it, you prosper. Here's kind of a look at what that'll look like on your phone. Here's what you'll have: a full service banking experience in your hand. Saving and spending account, Apple and Android Pay, peer-to-peer transfers, just like Zelle. Mm-hmm. Mobile deposits. They're just missing the community reinvestment plans or programs. Global ATM network, which is cool. That's very important. No hidden fees and 2-day early pay for your cash advance on your paycheck. So there's some features that they'll have here.
Now go back up for a second. It said no overdraft fees.
Yeah.
But it didn't say no non-sufficient fund fees, no return check charges, none of the other stuff, because the bank still has to make money, and it can't just make money in interest on loans.
Yeah, we're going to, obviously, I think this is just kind of good for pointing it out. FDIC insured. You can click on here to join the movement. By entering the email to be included on Greenwood's waitlist, you are under no obligation to obtain any product or services from Greenwood. Full terms and conditions will be provided at time of account opening. So this is just to get on the wait list. They do have an Instagram, a Twitter, Facebook as well. Let's take a look at their Facebook. So you guys if you're on Facebook right now, you can go over here to Bank Greenwood, You can follow or whatever you like to do. That hit the like button. They only got 1,300 people right now, but that I'm pretty sure they'll keep you up to date there as well. Let's go back. I'm just reading the fine print here, guys, for you. Direct deposit, early availability depends on timing of payer's payment. Greenwood will donate the equivalent of 5 meals to Gooder when your application for a Greenwood account is approved. Gooder will administer the meal distribution at the seller's discretion. That's cool. So you'll be doing some good with the community. When you choose to add your Greenwood debit card to the Greenwood Gives Back program, you're given the choice to donate the change to either the National Association for Advancement of Colored People, United Negro College Fund, or Gooder. For every person that opts into the program, we round up the amount of a Greenwood debit card transaction. So this is like Stash or Acorns or something like that. Stash, but for social proof, right? So before you, I guess with Stash, you would round up and it would invest it into some company for you. Here you have a roundup feature where it actually do some type of donation for you on your behalf into any one of these 3 organizations that you could choose. And I'd imagine eventually they could add more organizations. So Greenwood then aggregated all dollars in the Greenwood Gives Back savings account and makes one contribution to the nonprofit selected in the sign-up period. So I wonder if this would actually give me, give you also some type of form saying that you did these charitable donations through this roundup program at the end of the year as well for your taxes.
Man, stop thinking like the wealthy.
I mean, yeah, if it's taking it out automatically, if it's an automatic deduction or contribution, I would hope that I'm able to get information to kind of cover that as well. What's going on, George? How you doing, man? Over the watch party, fiat currency be going to 5 years or less. He said, do they have an investing platform? We're checking it out now as we speak, man. So let's keep going. I guess. Any thoughts on what you're now seeing, Brother Weathersby?
I mean, I'm looking at this book that he just put up about Bitcoin in Black America.
Where you at?
I was in the comments. I mean, I'm telling you, Tony C. Wright.
I'm
going to send him a personal pigeon. Because he that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know Isaiah Jackson. Yeah, absolutely. He does a wonderful job with that book, man.
Well, that new to me.
So that's the so we have Greenwood. You got the pay it forward. You got the features, and let's look at this about us guys. So again, here you got Killer Mike or Michael Render, former mayor Andrew Young, and Bounce TV serial entrepreneur Ryan Glover putting this thing together. Here's why we exist. It's no secret the current financial system has failed Black and Latino communities. Our communities suffer from a lack of wealth, its recirculation, and generational transfer. This is why we created a new financial platform, a platform inspired by the early 1900 Greenwood district where recirculation of Black wealth occurred all day, every day, and where Black businesses thrive. Today's Greenwood is a banking system developed by us, for us. This is our time. Join us now. Greenwood, modern banking for the culture. There you have Andrew Young, Michael Render, Ryan Glover as on your founding team. And here's your board and management, Andrew Young III, Reese Giddens, over the technology, David Tapscott, marketing officer, and Tara Kimbrough. I think I know Miss Kimbrough, head of recruiting. And then you have your media, press kits, outlets, and stuff like that we got going on as well. And then you have obviously a big move on social media, especially I think Instagram is really popping over there. Greenwood giving back. We just mentioned that. Oh, look at this. Number 2, whether online or in store, every time you purchase something with Greenwood, we'll round up the spare change for HBCU through the United Negro College Fund, reinforced commitment to NAACP and Gooder. You choose, you swipe, we all pay it forward. We are sponsored the Greenwood Cultural Center, keeping the original spirit alive. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know that part as well. I think that's in Tulsa. They have a cultural center in Tulsa to honor and remember.
I love it.
Greenwood as well. And then you have your link here. So George, I don't see anything about investing yet. I don't know. Obviously, right now where they are, they're ramping up this wait list. There are no accounts that are being opened yet. I believe that I believe it's going to be a year. I think it's going to be October 2021 before you're actually able to open an account, I believe. I will hope that they give some timetables, but I think as you get on the wait list, I guess they'll send out information to you through your email. I guess I'm not quite. This is all I got right now. So, but you know, yeah, this is all I got right now.
Yep, I'm with you, brother. But I signed up, and I will definitely share the story. I already put it in one of my groups. Because these are the conversations we can have in a smaller form and like really go for it. So yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at their Facebook page, banking at Greenwood. Join the Greenwood, bankgreenwood.com. I don't know if they're going to give us anything else. I think that's pretty much all the information that we have. Yeah, they didn't mention anything about business accounts. So maybe that stuff is in development. Yep.
So it sounds like we're in the initial phases of this thing, but they're going to have the stars. They're going to have important people, I guess, in the Black community to kind of push this thing forward. And
this CNN article is really recent.
Yeah, it was the article came out on Sunday.
Like 2 days ago.
Here's the pinky code from Slutty Vegan. Back in the thing. Been on Bloomberg. So there, you guys can see all this stuff on Facebook as well. So, but yeah, love to know your thoughts. Love to know your thoughts, guys. What do you guys think? Let me see if I can go back. I think it's in the. Let me see if I can find it on the Black Enterprise one. 1 second, because I think that's where I saw a time frame. Let me see. I definitely would love some more information. So it looks like they closed $3 million of seed money to build the online institution. Let's see if we got any other time frames or timelines for you guys. That's good. $3 million from private banks.
Where'd you see that at?
I'm about to pull it up.
Okay.
This is from the AJC.
Okay.
All right. So this is an article from the AJC. They raised $3 million from private investors to address historical bias and left the dirt for Black-owned banks. They're saying same thing there.
So this
looks you know what? It's interesting, right? If you think about it, right? So Tulsa or Greenwood back in 2021, 100 years later, we're having a digital bank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the timing is something else. 100 years later, guys. Ameris Bank, the second largest bank headquartered in Georgia with 2,600 employees, has a total of 2 Black directors. That's something else they built out. Peer-to-peer money transfer like Venmo. No time frame on there. I think it was a time frame when I looked at the article from Black Enterprise. 1 second. See if I can find something else. So you already signed up, man?
Man, I had to. I am coming to grips with part of my place. So, yeah.
All right. Let me see. I think I got it here. Let me see. Trying to pull it up, guys. I'm just moving steady along. But yeah, I put the link in the comments below. If you guys want to sign up, you can. All right, there we go. All right, let's see if this one says anything different. This came out October 9th. This is 4 days ago. $3 million. Bank, nothing there. Oh, okay, nothing there either.
Yeah, this seems like because I know he talked about it maybe 3 or 4 months ago, but it seems like they finally got the pieces in place to actually launch like 10/1, like October 1st. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, October 1st of 2021, though, right?
No, I'm saying it's like they literally just got everything together October 1st, this past October 1st, which is why it's open to sign up, but you can't. I think that might be why we can't go any further yet.
Yeah, it's dope. Thanks so much, Jamel. Yeah, absolutely. Millennials like to give to charitable organizations. That's cool too. I mean, I think people do. So yeah, man. So for those again, you guys that want to get on the wait list, can stay stay abreast of what's going on with the digital bank. You just I left a link here. That's my referral code. Even if you don't use it, just simply go to bankgreenwood.com. And that will bring you to this page here. I think I got some information when I did the whole Get Access Now thing. But when you click on this, you put in the email. I think you'll get a code or something. I don't know.
That's what I got.
Did you? Was there anything for you to read in there as far as time frame is concerned?
So they sent me an email, but the email still doesn't have much in it. It just says, "Welcome to the family. Congrats, you're on the waiting list." I'm spot 87,585.
Okay, I'm spot 20,000 something.
How long did you do that?
Huh?
When did you sign up?
I signed up, I think Saturday morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
but that's good that in 3 days they tripled the number of interested folks.
Yeah. I mean, because if you said maybe it's a soft launch. Yeah, I mean, if you have people that are putting their information in there, that's considered interest, and that interest garners, again, it's going to garner more attention, it's going to garner more money to that institution, and give them really a leg up to really, I mean, they already are, on their way. So, absolutely phenomenal. So again, Black-owned digital bank. Michael Render, Andrew Young, Ryan Glover. I'm excited to see what else is going to be unfolded. I like the community give back.
Yeah.
I like I like them, kind of going through this process and getting people interested, building up, interest and enthusiasm about this thing. Definitely want, when it comes to money, guys, just personally, I'm still a fine print guy.
Yes.
Right? So yes, FDIC insured money. I really want to know how the digital experience is going to work. The app and stuff like that. It's functionality, it's ease of use. But I'm down to fine print when we start looking at home loans and business loans and business accounts and investment opportunity and things like that. That's why I am in life when it comes to banking. I'm not. Huh?
No money is made on having an account.
Yeah. So, but also, there's another part of the population that the unbanked, for whatever reason. I wonder if there's going to be some measures in place to get them. If we have this discrepancy, as they said, between 17% and 3%, that own account, some of that percentage just simply because you don't qualify for an account. Right.
Well, look, hold on. You don't qualify because you up the old accounts. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying so as this movement, is there going to be some measures in place to get them approved?
And watch this. And now you know me. I'm going to reach out. I need to offer Better Life Institute's financial coaching.
Yeah, financial literacy program. What are some? Matter of fact, in the comments below, what's something that you would like to see? Obviously we don't have all the information, but as you think about a banking experience, as you think about, us moving forward, into this space, what would you like to see come from this bank, offered through this bank that you haven't heard yet, or something like that? I love to know where you guys' thoughts are. But here we are, 100 years later, moving into 2021. From being able to, I guess you could say, open an account with a Black-owned digital bank. I think that's pretty cool. Better late than never.
Right.
But again, we have an activist who, start putting his money where his mouth is, start putting his energy where his mouth is. Like, so I definitely, respect brother Mike and Killer Mike and the things that he's doing in this space. This is a whole nother level.
Yes.
Of activism.
He's not just doing; he's accomplishing.
Yeah, not just doing, just accomplishing. Absolutely, man. Get right back to what we talked about earlier, man. Brother Dane said, man, venture capital opportunities for growing small businesses. All right, so not the grant is great, $10,000, kind of help you along the way, but some really touching base with, and you know what I like to see, like when you talk about these opportunities, even these programs, right? So if you guys are able to raise $3 million from private investors, I'd love to see a program that teaches other people how to raise money through private investing. I mean, there's a space for that.
Yes,
and that's how this bank is getting funded. I'd love to see them roll out something so they can show other people how to do that as well. I think that'll be pretty cool, other than just who you know and your contacts because you are famous or whatever the case may be. Let's see if there's any other comments. Anything else you'd like to see from this bank? Or what would they need to do to earn your vote of confidence, your business? Because for some of us, it's got to be more than just a bank.
Right.
It's got to be more than just it's a bank, right? For some of us, it's got to be more to it than just it's just another bank. So I'd love to get your thoughts. What's going on, Sedley? Absolutely great point. Thanks so much, man. Brother Wesley, man, this is what we got, man. We got a little motivation, got a little money talk this morning. How you feeling about it?
I'm happy. Definitely, man. It was definitely we did better life today. Like you said, we did the motivation. We did Kimbrough checked us a little bit. We talked about money a little bit. And then we talked about cooperation and pooling resources, man. That's better life. I love it. I am still tripping over that quote that cooperation comes because you gave. Man, what?
Yeah, cooperation is an asset that's gained by giving. Cooperation is an asset that's gained by giving. I'm still tripping over the quote. You could be doing a whole lot and accomplishing nothing. You could be doing a whole lot and accomplishing nothing, man. Brother Wesley, man, Money and Power Show here on Better Life Tuesday. What's your last words for the peeps before we get up out of this today?
Man, so much. Breathe, refocus, and get shit done. That's all I got.
That's right, man. Breathe, focus, and get it done, man. Yeah, bro. Hey, they're gonna have to deliver on their mission statements. Absolutely. You got to deliver, right? You can't just sound good, smell good. Got to be good and do good. Absolutely. Well, beautiful people, man. I'll say hopefully hit that like button and share button. Talking about black business, black money, black banking, and so especially if you're black, hopefully you shared this opportunity with others. To find out about something that's going on that they may not know about, not quite sure. But this is the Money and Power Show. Talking about money and power. Getting your power back, getting your money right. That's just what it is. We're definitely here on Tuesdays. As more news and more things come out to be revealed, we'll do episodes as well. Probably get back on track for the new year, but you just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. That's all I can say. Just stay tuned, man. I want you guys to remember this, man, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.